spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. Like Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna, yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies, man. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on.
All right, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10. Here's A.J. McCarron. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. The numbers in last week's game for Benjamin. 5 catches, 57 yards.
And that touchdown was his first of the year, and you know he's eager to get more of those.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's McCoy, and now running right through it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The numbers last week for Shady McCoy. 14 carries, 66 yards.
And how about that momentum run right there? Personally, what I do is I get right back to the line of scrimmage. I come right back at him before they get settled. He's locked in a little bit now. I'll guarantee he wants the ball again.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
McCarron now on first down. A swing pass caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jeremy Curley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices, is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On play action, it's McCarron. A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
2nd and goal to go now. They'll try again with McCoy. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal, here's the option left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st.
Spent the last 6 years as the kicker for the Seattle Seahawks, place where they called him Hausch Money, now in Buffalo. Conditions somewhat similar, I would say, between Seattle and Buffalo.
Well, Seattle, you get a lot of rain. Buffalo, when the season gets a little later, you get a lot of cold weather.
A lot of cold weather, maybe even a little bit of snow.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
Benjamin's got it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Donnie Jones set to punt it away now in his 14th year in the NFL as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
After the INT, it's McCarron. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
We always talk about how important speed is in the game of football. Deion Jones may be an undersized middle linebacker, but his speed allows him to get to just about anywhere on the field to make a play.
And between he and Keanu Neal, the Falcons took the top 2 spots in the NFL in terms of rookie tacklers a season ago. He's going to loft one deep, looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Robert Alford just continues to develop as a premier corner in the NFL. Had a monster Super Bowl against New England. His ability to read, diagnose patterns was the key to his pick 6 in that game.
9 career interceptions into the season and another one right there. After the interception, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. On second down, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They go play action here on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On second down, here's McCarron. Benjamin with it over the middle. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. McCarron. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first. Here's McCarron. Over the middle, complete. It's Holmes. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Again, they'll throw it with A.J. McCarron. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And Hauschka's kick is good. So we've reached halftime with a... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he is knocked down from the side at the 29. So out come the Falcons now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down. That's Freeman looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. This is Coleman. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Little motion now from the tight end. Coleman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now McCarron throwing on second. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Open man is Holmes. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw, it's McCarron. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Charles Clay, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 42 yards. Here's Ryan. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. They'll run here with Freeman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Ryan. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Again, it's McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. A give to McCoy. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Back to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Back to throw. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that,